Roman gladiators were basically vegetarian. I know, I'm sorry. You wanted them to be carnivore kings, tearing into racks of ribs between beheadings. The reality is significantly less sexy. The most feared fighters in human history ran on barley porridge, fava beans, and a post-workout recovery drink made from literal bone ash, boiled like a nightmare smoothie. No protein powder, no BCAAs, no influencer telling them to eat 7 meals a day from a Tupperware collection that costs more than their rent. Scientists excavated a gladiator graveyard in Ephesus, modern-day Turkey, and tested the bones. What they found buried 2,000 years underground completely torches everything you have been told about what an athlete's diet needs to look like. And here is the best part. It means your grocery bill is about to get a lot less dramatic.
Then versus now. A Roman gladiator's job description was not complicated. Fight, survive, look good enough doing it that someone sponsors your next meal. His diet was equally uncomplicated. Barley, beans, onion, garlic, vinegar, the same bowl every single day for years. This is not a glamorous meal plan. This is a prison tray with historical significance. And somehow, it produced athletes with bone density that makes modern humans look like we are made of chalk. Now hit fast forward 2,000 years. Today's elite athlete has a personal chef, a team nutritionist, a sleep tracker, a continuous glucose monitor, a smartwatch that judges their recovery, and a 6-figure sponsorship from a company that sells flavored water in a can that looks like a space station. On one side, Barley boys who fought lions. On the other, modern athletes who post their blood panels on Instagram. And in the middle, you, just trying to eat well, feel decent, and not spend $90 on a single bag of activated almonds.
Let's be brutally honest about what you are chasing here. You want 3 things, and none of them are complicated anyway. 1. Sustained energy that does not crash at 2 in the afternoon and leave you staring at a spreadsheet like it is written in ancient Greek. 2. Long-term health. Not 6-pack for one summer health. Not I paid a coach to dehydrate me for a photo shoot health. Actual, functional, show up for your life health. 3. A grocery bill that does not look like a mortgage payment. These are not unreasonable demands, and yet the nutrition industry has convinced you that achieving them requires a biochemistry degree, a supplement drawer that looks like a pharmacy, and the budget of a small nation. The blueprint for all 3 already exists. It is 2,000 years old, and it costs about $12 a week. Welcome to modern nutrition culture, where the rules change faster than a toddler's emotional state. Monday, carbohydrates are inflammatory poison, and you should never eat them again. Tuesday, carbohydrates are essential brain fuel, and you are slowly dying without them. Friday, someone is selling you ancestral heritage grain blend for $11 a pound, with a picture of a rustic barn on the bag that has never existed. You open social media and it is an absolute circus. One guy is fasting for 19 hours. Another is blending beef liver with raw milk at dawn. A third is insisting that if you do not eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you will spontaneously dissolve into dust. And your actual kitchen? 3 bottles of hot sauce, half a bag of spinach you bought with genuine intentions, and a block of cheese you have been emotionally attached to for 3 weeks. The nutrition science is mostly correct. The nutrition marketing is mostly a scam. And you are stuck in the middle, trying to figure out which expensive powder will finally fix your life. Spoiler? None of them will. A 2,000-year-old gladiator has better advice than your algorithm feed.
So let's do something radical. Let's ignore your feed for 10 minutes and use Roman gladiators as our nutrition consultants. Gladiators ate grains and legumes, mostly barley, wheat, lentils, chickpeas, fava beans. They consumed very little animal protein compared to what modern bro science demands for quote-unquote gains. Their food was boring, repetitive, cheap, unphotographed. Not a single gladiator ever plated his barley bowl for the gram. And yet, Their bodies performed at a level that would hospitalize most modern gym-goers. They fought, they healed, they fought again, on beans. Now compare this to a modern athlete. Tailored macro timing, precision hydration protocols, recovery optimized to the minute, every micronutrient tracked, logged, and probably discussed in a 30-minute podcast. This all makes perfect sense if your body is your business, if shaving 0.2 seconds off a sprint pays your mortgage. Your body is not your business. Your body is your vehicle. It needs to get you through the workday, through your workout, through family dinner, and into tomorrow without collapsing. That is a completely different assignment. Here is where this gets genuinely good. Strip away the gadgets, strip away the apps, strip away the branding. The underlying principles that kept gladiators alive are almost identical to what powers a modern elite athlete. Carbohydrates for fuel, enough protein to repair tissue, electrolytes and rest for recovery. Consistency over months and years. The Romans ran on good enough nutrition. Cheap, simple, scalable. Modern athletes run on hyper-optimized nutrition. Expensive, precise, individualized. Same biological engine. Two very different delivery systems. You do not need the precision of an Olympian. You need the consistency of a gladiator. That is the mental shift that changes everything. Stop asking, do I need to eat like a pro athlete? That question has cost you years and thousands of dollars. Start asking, what happens when you fuse gladiator-level simplicity with modern nutritional insight? Without the marketing budget, without the supplement graveyard, without the food anxiety. That is not a compromise. That is an upgrade.
The Barley Blueprint. Here is how you actually do this. 4 rules, 0 nonsense. Start your next meal. Rule 1. 1 gladiator-style meal per day. A big base of cheap quality carbs. Rice, oats, barley, potatoes, whole wheat. A generous scoop of legumes. Lentils, chickpeas, black beans. Vegetables, because your mother was right and you need them. A small amount of fat. Olive oil, nuts, seeds. This meal costs approximately $3. It fuels you for hours. You do not need a spiralizer, a dehydrator, or any kitchen gadget with Bluetooth connectivity. Rule 2. Smart protein, not obsessive protein. Eat protein with most meals. Use legumes frequently. They are cheap, they work, and gladiators literally staked their lives on them. If a protein shake fits your schedule, great, use it. But stop building your entire personality around a tub of vanilla whey. Real food does most of the work. The supplement aisle is garnish. Rule 3. Electrolytes without the hype. Salt your food with actual salt. Eat potassium-rich foods. Bananas, potatoes, leafy greens, nuts. Magnesium, seeds, and dark chocolate. Done. If you sweat heavily, a basic electrolyte powder is entirely reasonable. You do not need a $5 neon drink every time you exist near a treadmill. Rule 4. Function over flex. Measure success like a gladiator, not like someone chasing an algorithm. Do you feel stronger? Are your workouts improving? Are you less exhausted at 2 p.m.? Is your bank account still intact at the end of the month? If yes, you are winning, even if your abs are not visible, even if nobody applauds your meal prep, even if your diet is too boring for TikTok. Function first. Vanity is a distant second. The gladiators understood this instinctively. Modern culture forgot it.
Health as an asset. In ancient Rome, a gladiator's body was a literal investment. The lanista, his owner and trainer, paid for his food, his housing, his medical care. If that body broke down, money was lost, reputation was lost, the asset depreciated. Your body today is still your primary asset. It powers your ability to work, to think, to earn, to show up, to enjoy the life you are building. And yet modern wellness culture has convinced you that protecting this asset is about aesthetics, about shredding, about looking like someone who has never experienced joy or carbohydrates. The Gladiator mindset is sharper. Protect the machine. Fuel it simply. Maintain it consistently. Judge it by output, not by appearance. What kept a Gladiator combat ready? Dense bones, steady energy, functional strength, boring but adequate nutrition is essentially what keeps your body running today. Your body does not need optimization. It needs consistency. Enough of the right things most of the time. And permission to stop chasing nutritional perfection like it is a contest you can actually win. You cannot win that contest. The rules change every week, on purpose. That is the business model.
Roman gladiators had no protein powder, no macro tracker, no continuous glucose monitor, no pre-workout, no post-workout, no what I eat in a day highlight reel. They had barley, beans, bone ash water, and a training regimen that would make most modern fitness influencers cry into their branded shaker bottles. Your body runs on the same fundamental biology. Complex carbohydrates for fuel, plant protein for endurance, simple minerals for skeletal integrity. Relentless consistency. That is the Barley blueprint. It is cheap, it is boring in the best possible way, it works. And you can start it at your very next meal. No subscription required.